Well, hello there and happy Sunday. I've got my cup of coffee. I've got my camera working again. For some reason, my camera disappeared on StreamYard, which was a little bit of a dismaying thing. Found out that once you go into the broadcast, you can turn it back on. Hey, if you're out there and you're thinking, I need to be more visible, I wonder if I could be going live with StreamYard. It actually is fantastic software. If you want to play with it with me, just reach out and let me know. Love to do some stuff that isn't necessarily perfect. And I think going live is one of those places where we can just show up and play. So let me know if you're interested in playing with StreamYard. You can be the host, I can be the host, and we'll just get to know this a little bit better. Today, however, we are talking about BS. You may have seen Jim Quick's book, Limitless, where he talks about getting over your BS, and that's your belief system. See, our beliefs determine how we will behave, and I'm going to show you a couple of little images today if StreamYard works with me. I'm really experimenting here. But you can only rise as high as your beliefs about yourself. And this is just a truth. You can, for short term, just force yourself through, white knuckle it, try to make some changes. Hey, Steph, good to see you. But the long-term change, the stuff that becomes automagical, you need to work at a higher level for that. They have found out that things are as tiring as you believe them to be. So when we talk about getting up in the morning and feeling like you're on top of the world and ready to conquer your day, feeling powered up, fired up, excited, and knowing that you're going to engage your skills today, that day just comes into place amazingly. It feels easy. It feels effortless because you believe it is easy and effortless. Not on your life is it because it is, because often it's challenging you and bringing you in to engage your strengths in a way that you just love. It fires you up. It's work, but it's work you love and you know that you're confident in. So when we look at our belief systems, we can see our results. And they are so tied together. I'm going to try to show you a couple of slides here. As a hypnotist, I get to work with what we call higher order change, which really just means instead of sitting here and making you a product of your environment, though that can be powerful too, and we do change your environment during our coaching in order to make it easier for you to function the way you want to. Down at the bottom, though, your environment kind of forms you, right? We're constantly being programmed by what's going on. So this is Robert Dilts's levels of change. So when you think about changing your environment, your parents programmed you, your place of work, your 5 friends, that who's in your room. You raised yourself to the level of the people you're surrounded with, your peer group. Your family can kind of pull you down too. So sometimes changing the environment is a little challenging. So we work with some ways to do this subtly in ways that can just remind you. The next level up is behavior. And if you've tried to change a habit just by reminding yourself every morning, I'm going to floss my teeth, I'm going to floss my teeth, I'm going to floss my teeth. It's a challenge. And everybody out there has had challenges flossing their teeth before. However, if you change your environment and put your dental floss in front of the toothpaste, you will magically start flossing your teeth because your environment made it easier. At the same way, you can chunk up a little bit higher. Become great at flossing your teeth? Well, you already are. Change your values. Did you know that dental hygiene can prevent heart attack? If you've got a history of heart attack in your family or stroke, you'll be somebody, when you realize that fact, who flosses their teeth, maybe even twice a day, gently. Or at the identity level, I'm just the kind of person who flosses my teeth. So we work at these different levels, and it's a great gig when you're working with NLP and hypnosis with clients because we work up, and I don't know if you can see my mouse on the screen. That's a good question. But at this higher level of identity, values, and belief, we do a lot of core work here because we want the change to be fast. Not 2 years from now, but 2 weeks from now, you get to start showing up powerful. Okay, doesn't that sound good? And you'll see at the top of this pyramid, your mission, your purpose, your vision are all at the very tippy top of that pyramid because this is that start with why that Simon Sinek talks about. When you start with why, everything below it all trickles down and makes it all easier. And when you are in alignment with that, your identity, and this is one of the things we'll be talking about in the challenge, is your authentic strengths, not your skills or your talents, but your authentic strengths are lined up with your vision. They can work together because your mission is why you're doing things. Your identity should be how you're doing things. Your values and beliefs empower you to do the things. And then we get down to the capabilities. You can build that skill set anytime you want. It's just a matter of learning, getting a mentor. All those parts beneath become very easy. At the very bottom of the pyramid where you see environment, Benjamin Hardy does a lot of great work about changing your environment. Look around your office and say, what kind of person works in this office? Or your kitchen and say, what kind of cook works in this kitchen, right? Because if you are someone who wants to explore the cooking of the world, you might need some new tools. You might need things organized in a different way. And maybe even that new saucepan you've been thinking about could actually be the key to helping you enjoy cooking more. The same thing is true in your office, whether it's your home office or you still get to go into work. Look around and say, does this look like, now, I know creative people, sometimes we're very cluttered and we have stacks of things over here and the 3 books that we're reading over there. And that's perfectly okay, as long as it meshes with your identity of who you're becoming in your business. So at this higher order change of strengths, values, passions, and beliefs, we do some very cool stuff. And I want to show you another fun slide, if it'll work for me. Ooh, I think it did. When you're looking at where results come from, your results come from your behaviors. Your behaviors, naturally, what you do leads to results. So when we are trying to change results, we look at what results you are not getting and then saying, how do you need to behave to get those results? What are some of the things that you need to do? And we'll do this in the challenge as well. Those tiny little behaviors that lead to new results, those are the ones we want, not the big dramatic ones, but the ones that you put off. Like we said yesterday, it's pretty easy to put things off. Now, here's something fun that you may identify with pretty strongly. The state of mind that you're in kind of determines the behaviors you can do, certainly the behaviors that you feel comfortable doing, right? Sip of coffee. So if I feel kind of lazy and my brain is kind of sluggish, I can easily power through some of my administrivia. But if I need to be writing a blog post or creating a video or some kind of content, then I need to feel creative. I need to feel like I've got something to say and I'm ready to be visible and put myself out there. There's a level of confidence that I need in that state. Now we can create a great loop, and we can actually anchor a great loop of starting to do the thing creates the emotion. That's hard for some people though, and all of us when we are at our worst, when we're feeling depressed, when we're feeling defeated, saying, well, if I just start being creative, I'll feel creative. You can know that as a fact, but it might not change your actions. So how do we deal with that? How do we make this happen? Well, your thoughts are actually what create your emotional state. What you're telling yourself about yourself, the world, determines how you feel about it. If I tell myself that every day the universe is conspiring to make my life amazing, that happiness is 2 diaphragmatic breaths away, these are pretty empowered thoughts. And they create that state of anticipation and curiosity and play in me that are fantastic for doing something like this or for meeting with a new client. In order to manage what thoughts naturally and automatically come up, because so often we're not aware of what thoughts are happening that are generating this state of mind. We find those thoughts by saying, okay, well, the results I'm getting must mean that I'm thinking this. And if I'm thinking this, it's because of something that I believe. Now, you may have heard fake it till you make it. Let's see if I can take this out of the screen here. I think I can. Look at that. You may have heard fake it till you make it. And if you feel like that is you, that you have to fake it, I just want you to know that that is actually a lie. The way that you're behaving, confident and powerful and capable, those are all true. That you don't feel it yet that you think that you are faking it, we need to clear that nonsense away. Your natural state is confident and bold. Remember when you were two? None of this nonsense of who am I to be doing this and what if people say this and oh, what if I fail? None of that was in your way. In fact, as a 2-year-old, you knew that failure was part of the process. I'm going to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail until I have success. And that's the attitude, right, Steph? It's about not quitting and realizing that as entrepreneurs, the reason you get to design an amazing life where you show up and have impact is because you are brave enough, strong enough, and you can reframe failure as understanding that's the path to entrepreneurial success. As entrepreneurs, we do brave things. So taking that step by step, it's important to recognize that anytime you feel like you are faking yourself towards your brilliance, it's just not true. Because one of the things that I've found with my clients is all of them kind of wonder, am I really as brilliant, as valuable as I hope that I am? And what we find out within 2 or 3 weeks is, oh, yes, absolutely. And they get to feel that way. The reason that you want to do the things that you want to do is because they are inherent to your identity. Make sense? So, as we work through the challenge, we're actually going to step back, right? Get a little bit objective about where you're at and where you want to go. And we're going to work at those 3 levels to create a system that you can show up in your life confident and bold by using brain science, some brain hacks, and some time hacks that allow you to own the day again. I'm very excited to get started. It's tomorrow. This feels a lot like a hypnosis session. At the beginning of a hypnosis session, we get talking and we do a little bit of work and we're doing some conversational change. And then I say, now it's time to get started. Of course, we've been working on things for 20 minutes, just like this. Over the last few days since you signed up, you may already be noticing that you're feeling a little more confident. You may have gone through that anxiety annihilator and feeling like, hey, I've got this. I'm excited too, Steph. This is so fun. These things are so fast, so simple, rapid results. And Steph, you get this kind of result, that first intake session where you're just explicating, exposing the real challenge. And that makes so many things just clear up instantly. That's what we're going to be doing every single day of this challenge. So if you're not in the Facebook group yet, or if you have not found the YouTube channel yet where we're going live, don't worry, you'll have that email coming out tomorrow. And of course, I'm sharing this on the page and in various different places. So you will get that email tomorrow morning letting you know where to meet, what your homework is, and how to post and get help with that homework tomorrow, so that we can help you through some higher order change and you can show up in your day bold and confident and achieve that impact, unlock that potential, and create those new results that you kind of feel like you sometimes want to just give up on. Let's build a system for you to show up with strength. And I think that's about all I really wanted to cover today. I actually made notes, but I'm trying not to use notes as I go live because that just seems wrong. Boop-doo. We reframed failure. We talked about how brilliant you are, how much value you have to bring to the world, and how we're going to help you take some action so that you're actually bringing that value to the world. So there you go. You can beat the BS, your belief system, so that you can clear out that other BS too. And we're going to have a great deal of fun together. So I will see you tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. That'll also land in your inbox as well. Have a fantastic Sunday afternoon. And if you're not relaxing, go do some relaxing. Have a nice cup of coffee. Enjoy and celebrate the week behind you and get excited about the week ahead. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.